Edward's Express, written by the Berry Truck and re-narrated by Wingstriker 3801. When Gordon arrived on the railway, Sir Topham had purchased brand new express coaches for him. They had sturdy metal bodies, smooth bogies, and separate compartments for the passengers. Gordon was well pleased with these coaches. But the old coaches were left out. Time and wear led the railway inspectors to see them as unworthy of the main line. The coaches were most upset. "Oh, cheer up," smiled Edward, as he shunted them into the carriage siding. "You'll still be useful on the branch line trains." "Huh! Branch lines!" they shuddered. "How embarrassing!" While Henry was shut up in the tunnel, Edward took over his local trains. He knew all about being left behind and bought the old coaches out every chance he got. This cheered them up. Until Gordon voiced his opinions. "Well, it's a pity," he sniffed as Edward shuffled in with the coaches. "But that is the price of progress. Why, even you would have been a Premier Express engine at one point, Edward. I suppose it only is natural that modern engines require modern coaches." "Well, is that so?" smirked Edward. "Why, I think you look most distinguished pulling these old dares." "No, thank you," Gordon harumphed. "They'd be open-top carriages before I even reached top speed." "Now these are proper coaches," he finished, eyeing the express behind him. "Oh, is that what they are? I thought someone had stretched out the goods fence and you were doing some real work for a change," laughed Thomas as he shuffled past with some trucks. Edward couldn't help but chuckle, and Gordon fumed out of the station. His mood didn't approve on the main line. They were running well. Too well. "Hey, settle down, Gordon," scolded the driver. "You'll do a number on yourself. Make no mistake." Real work," muttered Gordon. "I'll show those engines a thing or two about real work." The next morning, Gordon tried to leave the sheds, but he couldn't. "Why, what's happened to me?" he groaned. The crew inspected him and quickly found the problem. "Something's wrong with your tender brakes," sighed the fireman. "And with how you were going yesterday, I'm not surprised." "I thought the old coaches were the ones who would fall apart," laughed Thomas. Edward showed him a look. Now, this is no time for teasing, Thomas. The express must go out on time." "And how?" grunted Gordon. "You aren't strong enough to pull those coaches, Edward." Edward glared at the coaches in the carriage siding, and then he spotted something else. passengers were growing impatient. There was no train ready for them, and it would soon be time to leave. So Topham Hatt had just stepped out of his office to see what was the matter when he saw the most peculiar sight. Edward came steaming into the station with the old coaches, as many as he could find. The passengers were surprised, but were thankful they had a train at all. They hurried and boarded the coaches, and Sir Topham Hatt smiled. "Well done, Edward. Most resourceful of you. Don't push yourself too hard now." "Well, I may not match Gordon's pace, sir," smiled Edward, "but I'll have a jolly good try." The guard blew his whistle and Edward started away. Soon he was coasting down the main line, making excellent time. He whooshed through the tunnel, giving Henry quite a surprise. "Go on, Edward! Go on!" he called. Come along," Edward puffed. "Gentle and fast! Gentle and fast!" cooed the coaches. They were very pleased with Edward. At the last station, the passengers cheered and thanked Edward. The engine at Vicarstown was most amused, but looked on with admiration. Edward just smiled. He was thankful for a rest and a drink. When he returned to Sodor, Edward spoke kindly to the old coaches. "Well, my dears, how did you fancy a return to the glory days of the Express?" "Oh, it was lovely, Edward," smiled one. "Although," added another one, "perhaps you are right. Some leisurely branch line work sounds most enticing." "Well," laughed Edward, "I'd say it's time for a well-earned rest in the carriage shed. Come along." "That won't be necessary." Gordon slunk alongside. "Sir Topham Hatt has given me temporary reprieve from the rigorous runs of mainline work to rest my wheels," he stated grandly. "I shall escort these fine coaches to the shed." Actually, that's not what he said," smirked Thomas. "He said you were to shunt in the yard until you've learned not to be big in your smoke box. Then take us away double quick. Chop chop," ordered the old coaches. Thomas and Edward laughed. Gordon went round the face and shuffled silently away.